Hey, what's up people? Welcome back to another SouthSideBBQ home cook video. Today we're going to be cooking a rack of succulent pork ribs low and slow. One of the absolute favorites here at SouthSideBBQ. Right here we have a couple racks of pork ribs rinsed with cold water and patted down dry. And as you can see, there's a decent amount of meat wrapped around these bones. And if done right, they should be as tender as a mother's heart. Let me tell you. Alright, these are what you would call a St. Louis style cut. They're larger than the baby back ribs and are cut to a nice clean rectangular shape. But there's a bit more cleaning to do on this beauty. At the back here there's a membrane that we're going to remove. It's just a tough, chewy piece of nastiness that doesn't break down no matter how long you cook it. Alright, so we're just going to use a trusty butter knife to get into this girl's good books. It does get a bit tricky at times, but hey, persistence is key here, guys. Just be gentle and honest and she'll come right out of her shell. Okay, we're just going to use this paper towel to help us ease her out. And if you're lucky, she'll come out in one pull. There we go. Look at that. Almost there. Alright, now she's ready for the big dance. Let's slip her into something a bit more comfortable. Now let's put some makeup on her. We're gonna apply our rub on this tantalizing piece of meat. And in order to do that, we're just gonna use some mustard to lather her up, and that's just so our spices can bind to her body. Just gently massage it into her to get a good even coat. Now you can use mustard, you can use oil, you can use whatever you want. Just make sure you cover the whole rack. Now that's back and front, because we want to cover all bases. Look at that. Get it all. Get it all. Don't you want to take a bite out of her now? I know I do. Golly. Alright, let's put some foundation on our meat. Now you can use whatever you like. Here we just got a traditional spice rub that has some generic ingredients like salt, pepper, brown sugar, some paprika, bit of chili, bit of garlic powder, a few other things that's absolutely great for your skin. And we're just going to apply it evenly all over, and that's going to lay a solid foundation of flavors for our lovely lady here. I like to give it a light dusting at first, and I like to come back over just to make sure we get our point across. Let me tell you, this is gonna taste phenomenal. I can tell already. And we're just gonna let the mascara sit after that, and that's to draw all that moisture out of her to the point it melts back into her and forms a nice texture. Ooh, there we go right there. You can see that color is starting to pop, and I really like that color on it. I really do. I think it suits her. Now this is not the prettiest day in the south side, but it's always perfect weather to do some low and slow grilling. Now we're going to be using our Weber kettle today, and we're going to be applying the snake method for our ribs. You can see the coals lined up around the side of the kettle. We got a couple of apple wood chunks for our smoke. We also have a water tray for extra moisture. Now I know what you're thinking, but trust me, that's apple juice right there. Okay, let's lay our gorgeous girl down on the grill and let's get her nice and comfortable. Offer her a drink if you have to, because we want her to be nice and relaxed. Look at her. We also want our bigger side closest to the hot coals, just to take on the brunt of the heat for our team. Now let's give her a little privacy and we'll check back on her in a bit. Alright, this is about 2 hours into our cook at about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And as you can see, our ribs are starting to slowly develop and mature in a phenomenal manner. Mature enough to take up smoking. That apple water is really going to give her some spectacular flavor. But she'll be a bit thirsty about now, so I'm just going to spritz her with some juices just to keep her nice and moist. We're using apple cider vinegar here, but you can use whatever. You can use apple juice, you can use beer, you can use water. Just as long as she stays nice and hydrated, because there's nothing worse than dry meat. No siree. You serve us dry meat on the south end, we'll be fighting. Let me tell you. Okay, this is about 3 hours into our cooking. You see some beautiful color starting to develop on our meat. We're seeing a bit of pullback and our bones are shining through, but what we're gonna do now is put some concealer on our leading lady. We just got a concoction of barbecue sauces here, and we've watered that down with some apple juice just for easy application, because we don't want to rub our bark that we work so hard on with a thick, gloopy sauce. Nah, we want her to shine on the red carpet. We want her to absolutely shine. And we'll let that sit for a few minutes, then we'll take her to level 7 with the foil wrap. Ooh-wee. Can't wait. Okay, this is where the relationship starts to get serious. We're gonna wrap our ribs in foil just to get them more tender and also to add a few more levels of flavor. So we're gonna line the foil with some of our barbecue sauce, and we're gonna also add some brown sugar to the mix. Now, some guys use honey as well. It's totally up to you. Me, I personally don't like my ladies overly sweet. They gotta have a bad attitude too, so the sugar will suffice. Right now we got some good butter here that we're gonna baste our ribs in, and we're gonna lay our ribs meat side down to baste in all those juices. We're gonna make sure we apply the same treatment to the other side just so it doesn't feel left out. Can you imagine all the flavors that are fighting to win your tongue's affection? It's downright frightening. Let me tell you, I like it. I really do, I like it a lot. Now, once that's all done, we're just gonna wrap it up real tight. We wanna wrap it real tight, ready to throw back in the lion's den. We're gonna be extra careful too, make sure we don't pierce the foil with some of those cheeky little ribs. All right, I like that. Okay, here we are. Just gonna throw our lovely rack of ribs on the grill. We're gonna smash this for about 2 hours. We want that to get nice and tender and real succulent. Ooh yeah. As you can see, it's well into the PM and it's almost showtime. Now we're gonna take this off the grill and unwrap, and we can feel our ribs are nice and tender in the middle, but still firm and pliable. And that's important. We actually don't want fall off the bone ribs. We want a bit of resistance and integrity to our meat. We want our lady to fight us back for every bite. We don't want no pushovers around here. No, so we okay for the big reveal? Wow. Look at that. Just at first sight, you can see how moist our beauty's going to be. You see all those flavors have melted into our ribs. You see our meat has really developed. Also, you can see our ribs are really starting to push through, and don't worry about those ones on the side. We'll cut them off like a toxic friendship. Okay, now for our last level of flavor and presentation, we're gonna give her one last glaze of sauce just to get our texture right, and we've upped the temp on our grill with a few more lit coals, and that'll just set this glaze real proper. I promise. Okay, let's get this sauce on her, and let's give Mama that Versace coat that she always wanted. Look at her. Ooh-wee. Then we're just gonna let her sit for about half an hour, and she's gonna come out real good. All right, here we have our finished rack of ribs in all her glory, and golly, doesn't she look downright exceptional? That beautiful glaze and that color is really something to be proud of. Well, let's cut into this bad boy and see what we're working with. Also, I must note she's been rested for a good half hour to reabsorb some of those juices. Wow, look at that. Beautifully moist. We've got a ravishing red smoke ring working for us here. I just can't help myself. I'm gonna sample the product. That flavor's so good it'll make you slap your mum. Ooh-wee. So there you have it, guys. Some smoked pork ribs cooked in the backyard. We hope you give it a try sometime, man. I promise you won't regret it. Not at all. Ooh-wee.